Hi guys, so tonight's video is gonna be how does your crush view you? And we have 4 piles, pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And remember to listen to your own intuition first and foremost. Take a moment to get in touch with your higher self and your intuition and pick the pile that you feel most drawn to. And we're gonna get started with pile 1. Pulled out a lot of cards for this. I'm hoping it doesn't take super long. So for this first pile, I think that you're somebody who communicates on a very deep level with a lot of emotion in your communication, but in a very calming way. Somebody who really brings peace and balance through communication. We have, sometimes you make me crazy, but it doesn't mean that I don't love you. Yeah, you might also bring a lot of like chaos or confusion to their emotions as well. I was kind of getting that from this. You can't really see it very well, but this stone is pretty neat. It's maybe sometimes your words cause a lot of emotional stirrings in them, and you drive them a little bit crazy, but it doesn't mean that they don't love you. I love watching you when you speak. You get so lively. Yeah, so, people who get really lively when they speak and fight for what they believe in and really get very passionate and fiery when they speak sometimes can cause a little bit of that as well. So this person really loves to watch you when you're speaking. They love to watch you when you debate with others. They love to watch you get involved in conversations and communication. I think about our future together. So they do think about a future with you. Understand what unconditional love is, accept both the shadow and the light. See with clear glasses, not rosy. So this person, I think they think that you're somebody who can see both their light and shadow and accepts both of them. And if not, they would really like you too. They want to make sure that you're not putting them on some kind of pedestal thinking they're the best thing alive when they have their own issues too. Everybody has their own issues. We all do. Nobody is pedestal worthy here. Everybody has their own issues. Everybody is both light and dark, and it's a balance of that. And a lot of times the way we create toxic relationships is by one or both people thinking that the other person is so great and not valuing themselves appropriately at the same time. So we have the hummingbird, and we have victory over mental chatter, hope and peace at last. I don't allow conflict or drama to control my life. New beginnings, moving forward, I'm not sure what that says. New thinking, new balanced thinking, freedom, hope, peace, leaving conflicts in the past, new growth. So this person is seeing a lot of new growth in your life. They're seeing that you're having a lot of victory over your mental chatter, being able to come out of any confusion and being able to express yourself, being able to leave behind conflict or drama. You're somebody who doesn't really like conflict or drama in your life, and you're somebody who wants a peaceful life and has hopes and dreams of having a peaceful life. So you're somebody who may have had somebody hurt you in the past by devaluing you. Somebody who didn't see your worth. Maybe this person in the past didn't see your worth, but now they're leaving that behind. They're gaining victory. We got the Six of Swords twice here. They see you walking away from situations, placing your boundaries in healthy places, being able to defeat anyone that is standing in your way, being able to break out of the past. You've gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom and understanding from the things that you've been through, and it's allowed you to be able to ground yourself and to really be able to follow your intuition towards your happiness. You're somebody who brings balance and harmony through your communication. Because you've been through so much and gained all this knowledge, you bring harmony and balance through your communication. And you may be holding back on that right now because you might not be seeing an opportunity to take an action other than to walk away. or vice versa, you know. Uh, I think this person views you as somebody that they could have a very deep, emotionally fulfilling connection with, a very happy family life with, somebody that they could really feel young with and feel in love with. And I think they view you as somebody who won't let them step over your boundaries or walk all over you either. Somebody who may have a hard time opening up emotionally a little bit because of things you've been through. Maybe you hold back because of the pain, or maybe you don't even see your own value in your communication as well. And so I'm going to read the hummingbird out of the book. Hummingbirds are very happy, positive, joyous, on the move. You know, they have so much life and vitality to them. You're somebody who really has a lot of life and vitality. Very positive, very inspirational. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather the nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. The sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. When in balance, smart, curious, and loves to learn. When out of balance, pushy, insistent, or sharp. To bring into balance, take a class. So you're somebody who really is very smart and loves learning. Somebody that really is very curious about everything in life. Somebody who understands what makes you happy, and what makes you happy is not being around drama or conflict and not allowing people to overstep your bounds. You know, you've learned a lot, and you're also somebody who teaches others, I think, how to do that as well, and how to find that happiness within themselves, how to really care for themselves and nurture themselves. And you do this yourself as well. You care for and nurture yourself. You find out what works for you and you do it. And you're able to leave behind the scars of the past, able to leave behind the trauma, so that you can really defrost after you've been through something. So that's what I have for this pile. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below. And if you have a suggestion for a future video, I'd love to hear that as well. I hope you have a beautiful night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Pile 2. So for pile 2, I think you're somebody very emotionally healing. I think they view you as somebody who is very abundant, very prosperous, lucky, somebody that really has a lot going for them, somebody who is able to end old cycles of emotional hurt or pain, and really is able to connect to your heart center and your emotions very effectively. Somebody who brings healing and joy emotionally. Emotional prosperity. Tomorrow is a new day. Please forget the past. I find peace in your arms. You are very healing to me. I want to go on an adventure with you. Say yes. So, this person may ask you to do something with them. And maybe they view you as wanting to go on an adventure with them, and maybe they're viewing it as something they should say yes to. Or it could be the other way, where, you know, they want to ask you to go on an adventure and they're hoping that you'll say yes because they find peace in your arms. And I think they view you as someone who finds peace in their arms, possibly, as well. I think they view you as somebody that's very healing to them, though. Like I was saying before, you help them to heal their emotions in some way. You're very cleansing and emotionally gratifying in some way. And I think they view you as somebody who is able to see tomorrow as a new day, somebody who's able to overcome the past, somebody who's able to move forward, and somebody who's able to release those burdens. The sparkle in your eyes fills me with light. Don't dim it. My heart has been awakened. The ice is melting slowly. So, maybe you've had a really hard time getting through to this person. Maybe it's been a long journey. Maybe there's been a lot of emotional pain that you had to break through to get through to this person, or vice versa. And either you or them, their heart is now awakening and the ice is melting. They're finding that warmth within, and I think it's them because you're somebody very emotionally healing and they view you that way. And they really, they don't want to take away your happiness by how much you've had to work to help them heal in some way or something along those lines. They don't want you to be less than you are for them. They want you to be happy. They want you to enjoy life, and they really view you as somebody who really has that sparkle and that interest in your eyes, somebody who has that passion and that fire within you. But also the emotions. We have the whale. That's a very emotional one. Somebody very emotional, very intuitive, very deep. Somebody very mothering in some way as well. It can be mothering in some way, nurturing. Sorry, I'm knocking everything over here. Fix it. Okay. I think it's good. We have... Oh, there's a lot of love in this one. Strong, stable, long-lasting connections. Loyal, committed, grounded, reliable, stable, strong. Bringing the relationship into the 3D. Completion. Growth brings success and completion. Generosity of spirit brings abundance. Magically manifesting. So they view you as somebody who is able to magically manifest strong, stable, long-lasting connections into your life with a lot of joy and love involved in them. Because you're somebody very loyal, very committed, very grounded, very reliable, very stable and strong. And I think they really view you as somebody that they could bring a relationship into the 3D with. But that kind of like they need to have this completion, and this growth though that is happening emotionally is bringing this completion in some way. This may actually be an ex of yours as well. I'm kind of really getting that feeling. I did a bit with the first pile, I didn't say anything, but with this pile I'm kind of really feeling like it could be an ex of yours as well. And the 10 of Cups was actually in both pile 1 and 2. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, a Star, and the 2 of Pentacles. So this person may really not be sure where to place their priorities. It could be a past thing as well, too, because there's a lot of please forget the past kind of thing going on in this situation, because growth has brought this realization of happiness that could be found here. And I think in the past they were very indecisive. They didn't know what they wanted. They didn't know where to place their priorities. They view you as somebody who's very adaptable, very flexible, who really can face indecision and listen to your intuition to get the answer. Somebody who always sees the light in the dark. Somebody who hopes and dreams and has a lot of faith and trust in those hopes and dreams. I think this person may have made a decision of where to place their priorities or is in the process of doing that. Maybe making a decision of what's truly valuable to them. And they may see you as somebody very hardworking, somebody who really is very hardworking and puts a lot of effort into their goals, but also might be afraid that they just aren't enough. And they may be afraid that they aren't enough. They may be paralyzed with this fear that, they were balancing you. I think they might have been balancing you and someone else. And they were afraid that they just weren't good enough for you, and that's why they were doing this. And they've really awakened to how deep this connection is, though, because they view you as this person that's just very connected to them, very connected emotionally, very equally giving and taking emotionally, somebody who has a lot of emotional depth and connection to give. And maybe they're unsure of what to give you in return. Maybe they feel like they don't have what they need to give you in return. Maybe they're afraid of having this renewal in this situation, this reconciliation, because this could be a card about reconciliation as well. They're thinking back on the past and thinking about all these beautiful and amazing things, that maybe they didn't even see before. And they're really starting to awaken and see the truth and wanting to express it in some way. I think they really see you as somebody who can communicate very effectively as well. Somebody who can communicate your emotions very effectively. Somebody who faces your fears and works through them, even if it takes you a while. And maybe they are facing their fears and working through them, and it's taking them a long time as well, And Maybe they view you as unsure of whether or not they are giving to you equally as well, because, he's sitting here holding on to all of this. Maybe he ran away, maybe he took off, and, maybe he wants to come in and make a new offer now. And maybe he took off and left you with nothing before because he was scared and he didn't know what to do. And, it's kind of the feeling I'm getting from this. I know this is how he views you, but for some reason that's what's coming out here. So, we have the Whale. Desire to delve deeper, profound peace and ancient wisdom. The well represents profound emotional health and stability. Well personalities are not afraid of emotional expressions or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them. They have given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. While well energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication, and we can depend on well personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When in balance, calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy or slips into the old story. To bring into balance, regular self-care. So you're somebody who really, yes, is very deep, very, very deep emotionally, and you're not afraid to be either. You're somebody who really is able to break through the bullshit and really is able to see very deep into yourself emotionally. You've been through a lot of scary situations in your life, but you've always faced them head on, and you've always worked through them to overcome them. And you've always kept that hope alive in your heart, no matter what situations you were walking into or what situations you were in, even if you were blind in that situation. And you're very giving, very generous, very giving, open, and generous with your communication, as well as your love, as well as with this hope and this light and this joy that you bring to others. So that's what I have for this pile. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below, or if you have a suggestion for a future video, I'd love to hear that as well. I hope you have a beautiful night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.